I can't believe it. Yes, I said it. I can't believe it. I previewed Happy Frights and Haunting Nights last week. My question to you is, what if you could go to Happy Frights and Haunting Nights and already know what you're going to be wearing, what pictures you'll be taking, and how you'll be posing? This is the video that September Sarah would have wanted October Sarah to see in order to maximize the planning and know what to wear for this event without giving too many of the surprises away. Side note, if you're new to my channel, I am known for going into detailed with themed outfits and also for dancing in public.
I'll be sharing more of my public dancing from the event for you at the end.
Previewing Halloween events is something that I've always wanted to do. This is a thank you to Leu Gardens for making my dreams come true. Because of this, I'm giving back by creating a video that is packed with value. I'll be doing a deep dive into the richness of the experience by going over themes and symbolism. The theme of 2. Starting off with the first theme is a trivia question, but I think I just gave it away. How many years has this event been around? The answer is 2. Only 2 years. This is actually a reoccurring theme throughout the event because you're going to see a lot of double sides, such as starting off during the daytime with the spooky side of Happy Frights and then the scary side in the evening with Haunting Nights. For my content creator buddies out there, this is the perfect story opportunity where you can have polls with having people choose if they are more into Happy Nights or Happy Frights. The next theme is colors. You're going to see that there are 2 different color palettes. This is very evident in the first photo op that you see. In the event guide, it is labeled as one of the 14 worlds in what you will see as called the Fall Festival Stop 1. Speaking of the event guide, I'm recommending that you take a page out of my book and go ahead and study it before you arrive. I'll go ahead and place a link below labeled as event guide. You're going to see that there are 14 stations. They are labeled as worlds, and this is really crumpled because I use this event guide a lot. Each location when you are there is labeled by signage. I have this great idea that if you're making a family photo scrapbook or an Instagram carousel, you can post with the number of the stop. It also serves as another purpose. You can track your progress on the trail because there is a lot of walking. You'll be getting your steps in. Leu Gardens is 50 acres. This will come in really handy. For example, let's say you are halfway through and you're at stop 7, which is monarchs and marigolds, and you can say, woo, we're halfway through. Or are you really? That last stop, 14 at the Labyrinth, is a little bit tricky. I actually got lost in there a couple of times. Another reason why you want to look at the event guide in advance is because you can get a look at what themed outfit you want to wear. My purple and black outfit, for example, is inspired by Stop 5, which is Witch's Brew Bash. To sprinkle a dash of magic, I added spider face stickers that are inspired by Stop 9, Spider's Den. Bat stickers can also come in handy, especially because of the reoccurring bat theme that you'll see on Stop 6 with the crypt, and then later towards the end with Stop lucky number 13 in Electric Wings. For accessories, I had other accessories handy on me, such as these antennas, which were perfect for Stop 3 orbit breakers. But I actually got the most use out of this flower crown because it came in handy in that mid-stop 7, monarchs and marigolds, and stop 12 for Dia de los Muertos. Now, if you really want to theme up your look from head to toe, you have an idea for your clothing color palette, makeup, and headpiece accessories. Now on to characters. Because you're like me and you love planning so much, I'm going to give you another reason why you want to study the event guide. You're going to want to study the characters. You can take a screenshot of my guide with the crumples and all because I've loved this so much. The reason why you're going to want to study the characters on the event guide is because the event guide shows their names. It really makes for a great interaction. You can come up to the characters and say, "Hi, Freya, Celeste, I recognize you." See where that conversation goes and take it from there.
This is Celeste.
Well, this leads into my next theme, which is nods to past events. If you've been to past events at Leu Gardens or even Mead Botanical Gardens, you will recognize familiar faces. I recognize Trilly and Celeste from Down the Rabbit Hole, and I also recognize Freya from Dragons and Fairies. I love these nods. It really rewards you as a visitor for attending past events. I can relive those memories as I'm watching these stories take on a new life. As for the character interactions for the Haunting Nights portion of the trail, we'll get to those later. Now onto photo ops. I love covering different types of photo ops. Photos are so important to me because you'll experience the event for that one night, but the photos will live on forever. You will want to make the most out of them, so let's go into photo op theming. Night and day. Remember when I said that we will be revisiting the theme of the number 2? We're going to be seeing this a lot in the theme of the night and day. For daytime photos, I recommend arriving before sunset. For my visit, I came around 7 to 7:30, which was the perfect timing. You're really going to want to do this photo op with a giant bat. And if you get the angle just right, it will look like your giant bat wings. This is my favorite photo op during the day, so let's snap it and get going because it's going to get dark real quick. For the nighttime photo, I've never seen anything like this. It is at the Gardens of Gargoyles photo op, and it is my favorite photo op out of the entire event. Luckily, I was able to take my time by setting up a video so I could play with different shapes and lighting. This is what came out. What do you think? You can try to do poses like you're thinking or coming out of the window. Just be playful and creative. I'd love to see what you come up with. Now we just saw the theme of night and day, which progresses really great into the theme of light and dark. You can see this in the color palette. I'm going to use the merchandise for example. We received this light up cup. It is divided in 2 different colors. We have the neon pink and the neon green. If you look closely at the design, you can find that you can see some happy ghosts, but then also some creepy skulls. Speaking of light and dark, guess what happens when you pour water into this cup? Well, it lights up. At the event, I recommend testing this with a margarita, which is a nod to Stop 12, Dia de los Muertos. Arriba! On to the theme of music. Not only is there a contrast in the visuals of light and dark, you can also hear it. You'll find it in the music. To those music lovers and my dance friends out there, the soundtrack does not get better than this. I found myself jumping up and down. I was even practicing my line dancing moves when I heard Shivers by Ed Sheeran. This was over at the Spider's Den Stop 9, which makes perfect sense. Over at the Brew Bash Stop 5, I was jamming to Britney's Toxic radio edit, which is the Happy Frights version. Then you hear the same song in a spooky instrumental tone at Electric Wings Stop 13. This is the Haunting Nights version. This area felt like a scary bat nightclub and was definitely a favorite for me. Speaking of scares, let's go into scary character interaction tips. Just like we did for the whimsical characters like the Flower and Berry, you can also study the scary characters for Haunting Nights, which are labeled. I especially got great interactions with the clowns. I was wearing clown face stickers, and one of the clowns was calling me Mama.
Just got complimented by a clown that likes my face.
Oh, I like Mama.
Yours is no,
Mama.
No, I'm not your mama.
Now I thought it was because I was wearing clown face stickers, but if you interact with this clown, you might get called Mama too. Now if you come across this character, my interaction tip to you is see what happens if you try to outsmile her.
We might have the same makeup artist. Do you want to see? Okay, who do you think is Happy Frights version? Yeah. And who is Haunting Nights version? Okay, I think we got both of them here. Yeah? Oh, look at that smile!
Now, if you're not too sure about getting up close and personal with those scary characters of Haunting Nights, then you're in luck because there are characters in other forms like puppets and audio animatronics that really impressed me. They deserve a shout out, which leads to the shout out section of the video. My favorite makeup is for Willow. Favorite photo bomb is this crazy flying puppet at Garden of Gargoyles. Favorite audio animatronic is the carnivorous plant.
Wow. You would have no idea that these were moving and they look like they're subtly breathing. Okay, this is probably the most impressive thing for me.
My favorite family photo spot is the Kretz. My favorite scare, disclaimer, this one is creepy, is this pigman type of creature at Bayou of the Beasts. My favorite snack is the boxed water. Hey, it's sustainable. As for my closing thoughts, wow, this was a transformative experience. I felt like I walked a ton, but it was a transformative walk because I feel like I came into the event one person and I came out transformed another. Not only is there a great physical activity, at one point I was climbing on hay, but it's also very cerebral. I felt entertained, I felt informed, I felt educated, but most importantly, I felt cultured. This event is about having fun and being scared, but there's also more layers to it. I feel like I got to walk through a museum of Halloween and experience culture of Hispanic Heritage Month with Dia de los Muertos. And the Labyrinth was a complete experience. I encountered characters from literature like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland on one side, and then on the other side, I was reminded of mythology with characters like the Minotaur. Now that I think about it, the Labyrinth is a theme in itself. It is the grand finale of those 14 worlds, and it is a reminder that you have to lose yourself first to find yourself. Clearly, I love this event. I recommend it. It goes from September 27th to October 31st. Let me know if you end up going and discover any other themes. So thank you for getting through my video to the very end, which I truly appreciate it. I have a clip of the Shivers Lion Dance that I totally think that you can learn and dance it too. I recommend you take a page out of my book and study it before you go to the event. And